Hey, what's going on, guys? Komikikinzi here. Today I have a very practical video for you. So what if you want to download the file from the internet, from the verified source like this one? So it's the thread at talkchess.com forum by Harmgert Muller explaining his brand new technique on array-based mode generators and how to speed it up significantly. But when you just try to open the link provided by the author, what you get here is your connection is not private. You can go to advanced, but it doesn't seem like that doesn't seem to be possible to fix this that easily. So what has worked for me in the past, I was able to open this using my Firefox browser, but this time, even here, there is no longer a button like it's okay and still go and download this. Well, obviously, as a user, you might go to browser settings, try to figure out how to disable this sort of a thing. And that's kind of the way to go as well. But if you have Python and requests library, if you're a programmer and if you just need this single kind of file, it's much faster and way easier to download this using Python interactive shell. So this is the exact thing that we would be doing in this video. So let me just copy the URL. So here we have the C file, which is the source code for the mode generator of a chess engine. So now I can just open the terminal on my desktop. I invoke my Python shell. I need to import requests. So if you don't have requests being installed, just let me quickly show you this so you can say, well, I'm on Linux, so I need to say sudo pip 3.6 because I have multiple Pythons being installed on my system, so I'm using the Python package manager called pip for version 3.6, and then install and requests. So this is the library to make outgoing HTTP requests via Python. Okay, but I already have that installed, obviously, hence this message like the requirement has already been satisfied. If you're on Windows, most likely it would be enough to type something like this. So pip install request, and that's kind of it if you have the only Python being installed. So I hope that makes sense. Now, when we have this request library, I can simply say import requests. Import requests. Okay, and now, well, let's start by the simple observation of the content behind that sort of a link. So I can simply say requests.get, and here is the URL. I need to remove this as because we're using insecure HTTP connection, which is okay in our case because we know for sure what kind of content is going to be there because this is the verified source you're trusting. This is important, so you shouldn't be doing this with those sources you don't trust to avoid getting into trouble. Okay, and I need .text because that's the C file assumes the textual content, so we want to have a look at the text from that sort of response. And here is the source code in C programming language, but yeah, the layout is not really that perfect. So let's actually try to write this into a file and see how this should be. So all I need to add is simply say, open, and the file name, let's call, so as far as this is called mailbox7.c, let's call the file the same way. So mailbox7.c, and I want to say .rate, and this is kind of it. So sorry, I need to specify that I want to write to the file stream, so like this. And here is the number of bytes being written, and here our C file has appeared. So let's have a look at the file that we have just downloaded using Python. Okay, so here is the C code for this brand new array-based mode generator, which should be around as fast as Stockfish, believe it or not. So I would be making a video on this topic on my main chess programming channel quite pretty soon, so if those interested, feel free to check that out. So now let's try to compile and run the code to make sure that the file is okay. So just go from Python console. Now I can see GCC -o fast for optimizations. You don't need to do this, I'm just doing this for my own self. So -o fast, mailbox 7.c -o mailbox 7, and if it compiles, I want to run this mailbox 7, so it's the version 7 currently, and oh my god, now this is kind of working. So we have the output from this C file that we've just downloaded. We have the principal variation line for a certain given position, and the stats should appear after the engine ends execution, and here are the stats. So 2.4 meganodes per second, assuming that I didn't do that much of optimizations, it's quite pretty significant. Well, okay guys, so this is it from my side. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found something useful. So see you next time. Until then, and take care.